Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Profile Netcasting Network. And this week, we are the Profile. Is that the title of our show?
The Profile this week.
We're the Profile this week.
We're still working on that one.
Coming to you live through an internet broadcasting network. A lot of acronyms, a lot of technology. Can you quickly tell us why our internet broadcasting network?
Why are we calling ourselves an internet broadcasting
Exactly.
network?
What's our point of difference?
We're on the internet. That's the main part. And yeah, we do audio, video, and we get our stuff out there, I guess is the best way to put it.
And we are live in front of a live audience each week.
Yep.
We have an audience out here. Hello, everyone. It's laughing.
There's the audience.
Each week at the Profile, we're going to be talking about the members. We're going to be talking about our space here and what we're doing, why we exist. We've got great space, but more than that, this is about building business communities.
Yep.
The difference is there's a lot of people out there that are working from home. They're working from cafes. There's one component that's missing, and I've experienced that myself, and I think you have. You can't do it alone.
Nope, you can't.
This is a space where people come in, they do their business as usual. We're going to be celebrating business communities, though, people that are locally from Vancouver. The network itself is it's about business. We'll have at least, how many hosts are we going to have on this show?
We're
up to a dozen?
Yeah, up to a dozen.
Yeah.
And yeah, we've already got more hosts or potential hosts that have already contacted us saying they want to do shows. So we're going to go through the audition process with them, and we're just going to see how the audience likes them, and the ones that get the most votes on our website and online are going to become
Perfect.
Get their own show.
And today we have a special guest, one of the hosts who's going to be auditioning here.
Yep. He's
going to come on down in a few minutes. Let's talk about the Profile Netcasting Network for a minute in terms of our sponsors.
Okay.
We can't do this show unless we had our sponsors.
Yep.
We're going to be talking about each one of them and how they contribute to the business, what their products are.
Mm-hmm.
There's a big shift in the industry right now. We're always going through shifts. The internet, of course, and typical sponsorship on television shows. A lot of those advertisers are now going towards print media. And there are new mediums such as this type of show. Sponsors are going to be looking for new ways to get their products out to be able to reach their clients. Why our show? What are we doing that's different? What are some of the stats?
Well, I mean, this isn't even a stat. This is just a quote. And this is a quote from Randall Rothenberg, President and CEO of IAB, International Association of Broadcasters. And the quote is, "The significant increase in digital video also underscores the importance of the upcoming digital new content new fronts and the vitality that sight, sound, and motion play for both consumers and advertisers."
What's that mean?
What's that mean is like online video
Yes.
is becoming really important for
Okay.
advertisers.
Right.
Right. It's not just, let's use it as a secondary source. It's now becoming a main source and an excellent source to reach an audience.
There's lots of different places on the internet. There's lots of places for advertisers to advertise. One of the reasons why we're doing this show is because we can.
Well, exactly. We've got the space, we've got the equipment, we have the know-how.
Almost anybody can. I'm going to make that broad statement.
Oh yeah, almost anybody can, but they're going to have to invest in the equipment. They're going to have to learn how to edit video, how to get the sound and video to sync up and all that sort of stuff.
Which is, it's basically the barrier to get into this is getting lower and lower.
Oh yeah.
Yes, we've got great cameras, we've got lighting, we've got soundboards, and we went out and did it. I mean, the amount of money you spend on it's fairly nominal. The fact is that you can do this today means lots of people will.
Exactly.
There are a lot of viewers out there right now that are watching this show that have always thought about doing this. We welcome you to come on down.
Oh, exactly.
We've got the whole studio. You can audition. We'll cover how to do that.
Yep.
I know there's lots of viewers out there right now that have a talk show inside them.
Okay.
They would love to do a talk show before you could do this type of quick setup type studio, where would you have ever thought that you could put on your own talk show? I mean, it's you can. There's podcasts. People do it from home. They put the camera and the headphones on. They do it. It's great.
Yeah.
But this is like a mini full-on studio.
Yeah, we're an online network.
Rob Stone is going to come on any minute now.
Okay.
I know that Rob wanted to do a talk show. Now he's going to.
It's awesome.
So if anybody wants to reach us in terms of talking to us about sponsorship or talk to us about auditioning a show, how do they get a hold of us?
Best way to get a hold of us is to go to a website, netcasts.theprofile.ca, and then just click on the link up top that says Become a Host.
Perfect. Let's get our guest on.
Come on, Rob.
Rob Stone. Come on in. How you doing, Rob?
Doing pretty good.
Excellent.
We're live worldwide, are we?
Well, we're recording it, and we're never going to be live worldwide.
Okay.
So, Rob, you're going to audition. You're gonna have your own talk show. I understand you have a company called Mr. Taxes. Who's Mr. Taxes?
You're looking at Mr. Taxes, but Mr. Taxes is our company, mrtaxes.ca.
Perfect.
Is our website. We've been incorporated since 2009. We've been in business since 1983. And where the name came from actually is my nickname in high school. I started doing income tax returns in public school with my grandparents, sitting at the kitchen table. So picked it up, started helping out friends in high school, and inherited the nickname.
Fantastic. And you and I have been talking a little bit about you coming on here doing a talk show, and it hit me, and I know it hit you because you were the one that brought it up. I'm excited about the content that's going to be on your show. I think when you speak about taxes, probably most people won't get excited about it. However, it's something we all have to do each and every year. It can be exciting if you're caught up, if you've got all your books in good order. It gives you the ability, it gives you the platform to really move your business forward. It's so important. And I understand you've got a book that you've written. It's almost published. What's it called?
The Tax Saving Bible.
Nice. 10 Commandments?
It's the 10 Commandments of tax savings. It's the authority on tax savings for every Canadian tax filer.
So each month they're going to tune into your talk show, and you're going to talk about one chapter per month. So you've got the next 10 months. Each chapter, like for instance, what's the first chapter?
Well, the number one tax saving strategy in Canada is self-employment. A lot of people don't realize that there's a lot of barriers to being employed for yourself, but a lot of people don't realize that you can be employed for yourself and still maintain a full-time job. And it's usually one of the top three in most of the tax saving books that are published every year. The CGA annual book, the CA, there's a lot of independent books out there. And usually self-employment is somewhere in the top three.
I think that's, I think a lot of people, even when they're at work, they're thinking about being self-employed. I think that's on top of mind.
Yeah, a lot of people that are employed are always dreaming of greener pastures. You know, what if I was doing this myself?
Right.
But there's another great book out there for entrepreneurs. It's called The E-Myth. And it really puts things into perspective when you're contemplating going out and becoming self-employed. But the number one thing you want to do if you're contemplating it is talk to an accountant, talk to a business advisor, talk to some of the people around the profile here that have done it, and see if it's for you.
That's going to be very interesting. So the first month will be all about Chapter 1, self-employment. Like every one of our hosts, you're going to have one opportunity per month to do a live show in front of a live audience. So there's going to be people here. You can interview people. People have questions, they'll call in. I suspect you're going to have some really interesting guests.
We are, and we're going to be putting the call out for guests as well. We'll probably have 2 guests on per show, probably do a 5 or 10 minute segment. So we're looking for those of you that are self-employed, that have filed a self-employed tax return, and we'll bring you on and ask you a question, see if you're doing things properly, seeing what some of the hurdles are getting past the tax return, because the tax return is slightly different when you do become self-employed.
That's great. And so give us a hint. What's your second chapter? What's number 2? Chapter 2?
Number 2 is you're going to have to tune in next month to find out what it is.
Okay, what's chapter 3?
You'll have to tune into the 3rd month.
There's RSPs. There's going to be something interesting.
They're all in there.
10 Commandments.
Yeah, everybody knows some type of way to save tax, but what we did in our book is we took the strategies that applied most commonly to most people. And anybody in Canada can become self-employed. 8-year-old can become self-employed.
So that
10-year-old.
seems like the theme of this.
Yeah,
this
splitting income
10
between
chapters.
families, family members as well is ideal strategy, utilizing self-employment. But there's other things that everybody knows about: RSPs, tax-free savings accounts, investment tax shelters, insurance tax shelters. There's thousands of different strategies, and which one do you use, which ones apply to you? You just have to tune in
Fantastic.
and pick up some of the tips.
It's going to be a good show. And what's it going to be called? I'm putting you on the spot.
We're gonna unveil that in week 1.
Mr. Taxes and the Rob Stone Show, or the other way around.
Yeah, well, the show is going to focus around the book, because the book
good.
does encompass everything you do need to know. And ironically, Chapter 11 in the U.S., Chapter 11 is bankruptcy. That's the U.S.
That's your final
Constitution
chapter.
So Chapter 11 is bankruptcy.
Yeah,
So
that's
bankruptcy
very
is the
funny.
final strategy if you are overwhelmed with debt.
Right.
And a lot of people don't realize, and this is a great tip, a lot of people don't realize that you can write off debt with CRA through a bankruptcy.
Interesting.
And we cover that all in Chapter 11.
Okay, well, I look forward to seeing each and listening and tuning into each one of your shows, Rob.
All right, thanks, Mike.
It's going to be awesome.
Just have a seat. We're going to finish off here. We are excited about announcing our 2013 lineup of events and activities soon.
Soon, yes.
We've got a couple more people who are auditioning this week, I think.
This week and next week. Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah,
all right.
So we're going to see how that goes and take it from there.
Take it from there. So I'm Kevin Penstock from The Profile, and Mike Zahora, our technical executive broadcaster,
Producer,
video,
audio guy.
We've got a lot of acronyms, but we're going to get it tightened up. So thanks again. We'll see you next week.
Thanks for watching.